Greig Brown, Andy Bruce. Well done today, both wearing matching jumpers.
Thank you.
So why don't you tell us all about today's race?
Andy?
So, not expecting to get a result. I decided, I was racing yesterday, 6-hour drive home, couldn't get to sleep, so I thought I'm not going to have legs today. Just decided I'm going to attack from the gun, have a laugh, see what happens, probably blow up, go out the back, but enjoy the day. Did most of that, attacked off the gun, spent half an hour on my Todd, and I've never been so glad to get caught by a small group just after Thornhill, and even better when I saw it was two teammates, Greig and Rob, plus Callum, and they're all V40s, so I'm not racing against them.
Even better.
Even better. So ashamed mildly to say I did probably half as much work as other guys for quite some time, but I was blowing towards the end of the first lap, and then into the second lap, dropped my full bottle, so I was down to no more water. Drinking gels.
We heard you.
Yeah,
We heard you shout the rage, forcing me to do a second turn very quickly.
Yes. Nearly took Callum out because
Yes.
he went over the bottle.
That could have been a good plan.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been, yeah. And then, Greg, if you want to...
Yeah, so from your point of view, Greg?
So, I guess from my point of view, it was a bit different to you, really. I mean, I had high expectations. I mean, I guess I've been really disappointed in the Vets champ so far. I've always thought I'd been the ability to win it, and I've just never done it. And I've always been beaten by the better person of the day, although I've been up there. So today, I came in really nervous, but kind of felt good legs. Felt like I could do something, but you could be the best ever, but you just don't know how the race is going to pan out. So actually, when Andy went off the front, it was surprising because nothing happened in the bunch. Nothing happened at all.
Not even laughter.
Not even laughter. Not even laughter. Not even jokes or anything.
What's that idiot doing?
He was off again. I did it last year, so so I was happy to see Andy go. And then come to Kipping, Rob went off the front as well, and again not a reaction by the bunch. And for me it was surprising. You know, Vanelli, me and Graham end up going to the front, second and third wheel, and we just sat there and watching Rob ride away, chasing Andy, and it was brilliant. And then through the S-bends coming out of by the Kipping Cafe, Callum just attacked to go over to Rob, so I just followed the move, thinking nothing of it, and then looked behind and nothing happened. Again, nothing happened. So surprising. So I shouted to Callum that I'm happy to work, just to go over to Rob. So we bridged over to Rob, and then we bridged over to Andy. And then looking at the composition of the break, we had so many good, strong. Callum was amazing all day. So strong, super strong, to a point where I thought, is he going too hard, too early? But you know, when we talked about it afterwards, we all went quite hard in that first lap, mega hard. But you had to do it to build a gap.
Because you were being chased.
We were, but you know, we never got any updates. We got an update by Aberfoyle. We had a minute lead over the bunch, and a minute over a chasing group, and a minute and a half over the bunch.
Yep.
And then, so we were riding quite hard after that, not on the limit, but you know, a good pace. And then the next time gap we got was 2.5.
Yep.
And then
Which was a lap later.
It was a lap later, but it was surprising because you were constantly looking behind, but seeing a row of cars, but you're thinking, are they in between the cars? Are they going to come over? So you were riding kind of blind in a sense.
And it was a group of three: Mark Walker, Davy Lyons, and
Graham Smith, our teammate. So again, you know, Vanelli, superb again, just watching that move. So for a team, amazing. And then when we got 2.5, we actually eased up quite a bit. You know, we probably took the foot off the gas. Working out, we've got 15 miles to go. We can afford to go a bit slower, conserve ourselves. And
you probably weren't aware that Jason and Stephen were on the front of the bunch.
Probably not.
Slowing that down whenever anything went.
No, but you kind of knew they probably would be doing that. You know, you kind of think tactical sense. What would I do in that situation? And we would do the same. And Jason's super strong as it is, so is Stephen. So we came here with a super strong team, really, and to have 5 out of 6 medals really was, you know, you couldn't wish for better. And we all rode superb. And it was good, and really, I was a bit nervous, really, to be honest. Last year, we had the same situation. We had McCallum, Lyons, and then the guy who beat me into third was there last year, and I was nervous because same finish, and I thought, how am I going to win it this year? So I attacked super early, 5 miles to go, just to test out Callum's legs. I wasn't worried about Andy and Rob and my team, weren't worried about them at all. I attacked Callum quite hard. He came with me, so I sat up, attacked again. He came with me again, and then Andy just came through, and I let the gap go, which was perfect. Rob was just TTing back on, and then every little climb, I was just attacking hard Callum, and I could sense he was getting a bit. When I was attacking, I felt stronger out of both of us. But again, I came to the finish line and I was super nervous because it's not a finish that suits me. I'm glad Davy Lyons wasn't there for that, that's for sure, put it that way. And then when Callum went with about 250 to go, I felt confident.
Right.
But then it was slow
That's
motion.
a long way.
Slow motion going round and to get the win, and literally by inches.
On the line it was.
On
inches.
the line, and we both knew when we crossed who won and who lost, and I apologised to him straight away. Mainly because I'd been in that situation. I knew what it's like because Andy beat me in 2016 by half a wheel or a
as
wheel.
well as today.
As well as today.
I was going to say, Andy, because you've won at that finish before.
I think this might be my third or fourth time I've won at the Ivy. And this was probably the hardest one,
right?
Just because of the effort involved in the going out for half an hour in Matod, and then when Greig and Callum were duking it out, 5k to go, and I decided, well, I can't help Greig that much. I couldn't think of anything I could do to help Greig. So when they stalled on one of their attacks, I caught up and just carried on straight through, and you know they're not interested in me because I'm in a different race effectively.
Yep.
And I guess it would give Callum the quandary of, do I chase down Brucey because I want to get the outright win, or and risk losing the V40 champs to Greig?
Yep.
So obviously both of them didn't. You know, I might as well have not been there. So yeah, it worked.
And in a
really
weird
well
way,
for
we
me.
treated it like you weren't there because
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
you went, and then I said to him, I said, you can either chase him and sit in his wheel or just sit up, and then that brings, because Rob was out the back, that brings Rob back into the and now you're fighting for not just a silver medal but a bronze medal. So it's up to you. Do you ride in the front? So, but it was tough for Callum, really tough for Callum, and he probably done in that situation the best he could have done. I mean, I probably would have played the same way as what Callum did.
There was a lot of talk amongst the spectators about Quick Step and Ian Stannard.
100%.
But today it was Quick Step that won, though.
Yeah.
3 against 1. Yeah.
3 against 1, and Callum couldn't have played it any better.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have changed a thing in hindsight. Obviously, he would have liked to get the win, and I really feel bad he didn't get the win.
Yep.
Obviously, joyful I got the win, because I think we both kind of deserved it, because we duped out a really hard last 5 miles. So I think whoever would have got it, we would have been pleased for each other, and at the same time disappointed with ourselves. But
So now that you've got a taste of the stripy jumper, are you going to do the men's national in 2 weeks' time?
yes, yeah. It's not that hard, is it? Just a few.
Oh, it's just a walk in the park.
Walk in the park. Do you know what? I am, do you know, because mainly I like racing. Racing. I feel, believe it or not, in Scottish Champs, I get quite lucky. As in, I'm always seem to be in the lead group. I'll probably change now in 2 weeks' time.
Now that you said it.
Now I say that. But it's actually quite enjoyable, and we've got so much talented Scottish athletes just now.
Yep.
Especially the young ones who weigh 45 kilos, which will suit them down to ground, unlike me. But you just never know unless you try, and that's the thing. If you don't try, don't attempt it, don't attack or do something,
Precisely.
you just never know.
Okay, well,
so I'm looking forward to that.
best of luck in 2 weeks' time, boys.
Thank you very much.
And
Okay.
to cap it all off, we're only 2 years late.
Yes, unbelievable. This is
So back in 2016 or 2017,
2016,
when Greg and I were first and second, of course I'm just a couple of years older, we made the pact that 2021, which is when I would become 50, that would be our year. I'll take the V50 win, and Greg will take the V40 win. Of course, COVID came along, put the kibosh on that, and then last year it didn't happen at all. So we're only 2 years too late, but we have followed through on our pact, which I think is quite funny.
It's pretty good.
I'm quite chuffed with that.
Pretty good.
Got there in the end.
Just have to choose lottery numbers now.
Good Good point.
Okay, well, thanks very much, guys, and well done today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.